Hi everyone, my name is Eunice Tan Kai. I'm come from AR315 Architecture Design Studio 3 degree semester 3. So let's catch up and start my final presentations. So basically this project will be about Old Klang Road Community Market. So my design concept for this community market is want to create a space for association purpose for the connection between people from all walks of life. This is because based on my research for my macro and micro, I found that there is a lot of senior citizens staying nearby the site. Although there is a primary school there, but basically mostly of the students, they are not staying nearby the site. So the design of the community center will be promoted to the senior citizen with different category with the multiple use of the space, and it can be carried out various activities by them. So this is the daily timetable for my singular user, which is the chicken uncle, from Monday to Sunday. And this is the timetable about daily routine for my additional user, which is half retired uncle. So for the reason that I choosing this category of people, which is half retired men, is because mostly of the people that I get to interview in existing Old Klang Road Market for the auntie and uncles, they are basically already in a half retired stage or even already retired stage. So the hobby for my additional user, which is a half retired man, he's like to gardening, listen to song, reading, gathering, and he likes to drink teas also. So this is the suggested schedule that I make to my both of the user, which is half retired man and chicken vendor. The total part will be their overlapping period. So this is the current store condition for my chicken vendor uncle. And this is the current living condition for my additional user, which is the half retired man. So I make a timetable and program change study for my community space. So the market expansion part will become poultry market, and the community space will become a tea house area. So the yellow part will be the market expansion part, the red part will be the community space part. So for the poultry market, there will be start open at 5 cents as the existing Old Klang Road market, and then will be start closing at 11 o'clock. So there will be no activities during 12 to 7:59 p.m. there because I want to empty out this period to let the bad smells go off, so that during night time my user can carry out the different activities at the market expansion part comfortably. So for the tea house area will be start open at 9, and then there will be have some workshop about understanding of teas, and then there will be have a gardening activities for the user. So this tea house area will become a chilling and relaxing place for my user, which is my target user, which is my senior citizen. So this is the SOA table, and then the bubble diagram. So for the zoning part area, I have arranged the spaces very centralized method. This is because I'm found the existing Old Klang Road market, their zoning and the space arrangement is very scattered. So from this zoning area, we can see that the market expansion part will be centralized at the top part, and then the front part, and then the back part will become the services area, and then the right hand side part will be my community space, which is the tea house area. So about the changeability of the space, during night time there will be have singing section, karaoke sections for my target user. Yeah, as I already mentioned previously at the timetable part. So this is the spatial study for my market expansion part. From this diagram, you can see that I have added a light rail corridor between the community space and the market expansions part. So this light rail corridor is act as an intermediate between the tea house area and market expansion area. Other than that, this light rail corridor is functioned to provide a void to dissolve the bad smell from the poultry market also before enter to the tea house area. So in this stage, I'll also think about some transformation of store my market expansion part, so that at the market expansion part can be empty out of space for my nighttime activities. So this is the spatial study for my community space. Yeah. So there will be have tea bar, tea lounge, and some tea pavilion. And tea pavilion will be have my tea house area. So this is the development of model to respond to the apparatus model and natural element, and then some mixing development model and respond to the schedule of accommodation model also. So this is my site plan. And this is the site section. So from this site section, you can see that I have extend my boundary to become a sharing backland with the existing Old Klang Road market. So from this ground floor plan, you can see that it is a development from the zoning diagram that I showed previously. So I've added a drop-off area in front of the tea house area, and then for the motorcycle and bicycle part, we'll be putting in front of the market expansion part, and then for the staff parkings and loading bay parkings, we'll be putting in front of the market expansion part and then the side of the market part. So for the market expansion part, it divides into wet area and dry area. For the service area, it will be have processing area, loading bay, call room, toilet, and management office area. So for the tea house area, it divides into two blocks, which is the Ivory Guest House. Ivory Guest House, which is the pavilion tea house that I mentioned previously, and then there will be have storage room, and then tea bar area will be putting between these two blocks, and then another block will be the tea lounge area. So this tea house area will be surrounded by the vegetation and plantations. So I've added a zebra crossing from the light rail corridor in my building, connect to the back entrance of the existing Old Klang Road market. So from this section, you can see that there is a large openings in my tea house area. This is because I want to let the people and in the existing Old Klang Road market can be easy to see through into the tea lounge area and see what's really going on in the tea house area. So based on my research for the tea house, basically traditional tea house, they are built in a very private space. But since my project is community space, so I have added large amount of openings at the elevations of my tea house, and then I added some low buffer in front of the tea house area to filter the internal viewing into the interior of the tea house area. From this elevation, you can see that have the tea bar hooking tea pot facing to the south direction, which is where's the main cars coming from into the existing opening parking area. So from this south elevation, it will become an attractive point to attract more customer comes to my tea house area. So this is my isometric for my project building. I'm using metal structure for my market expansion part, which correspond to the existing Old Klang Road market. So with the arch design of the structure and the height of the arch, it will bring out a different experience for the user compared to the typical markets in Malaysia. And then with the height of the structure, it can brings out a better perception for the user when they are standing under the structure. So for the tea house area, I'm using the mixing of the metal and timber structure. The timber structure is used in tea house area is one to soften down the hardness of the metal structure. For the color part, elements in the isometric drawings, there is a mechanism that will have transformation during nighttime for nighttime activities. So for the blue color part is the transformation of the store during nighttime. So the store can be pushed together and keep to a side which next to the permanent store. So it can be empty out a space for the nighttime activities, which is the singing lesson and the dancing lesson. For the pink color is the transformation of the wall with view. So during daytime, this wall is put at the wet area of the market expansion, which next to the light rail corridor. So during nighttime, this wall can be opened up, become a stage, so that the people can be standing and surrounded the stage to enjoy the performance. So this is the exterior perspective of my project building, which showing from the model making. So this is the interior perspective. So from this interior perspective, you can see more clearer how the people can be get to experience under my structural design, especially at the market expansion part. And then for the light rail corridor exposed structure part, how the shadow casts on it from the light rail corridor to the walls and the corridor parts. So this is the detail section for my tea house area, which is the missing of the metal structure and timber structure. So this is my image of the modern making. That's all for my presentation. After that, I will showing 3D rotation video for my model making part. Thank you.